Welcome, dear Cancer, to your tarot reading. Today I will read your cards for the upcoming week, which will begin at the 8th of September and will end at the 14th of September. First of all, I would like to explain a few general facts about the reading. The pattern I am going to use is the so-called Celtic cross, which shows the general energies for the week and prospects for the near future. This pattern also provides you with insights in your environment, your wishes and fears, your mindset, and the conscious and unconscious forces within you. The so-called court cards, Knight, Queen, Prince, and Princess, often refer to special people in your life and describe their traits of character. It is not important what gender these cards show. That means a knight could also be a woman in your life, and a queen might as well be a man. Since time is fluent, some events might already have happened, whereas other events might occur a bit later. That hopefully gives you an overlook on your current life situation and some advice on how to deal with it. And now we shall begin. Dear Cancer, now we are dealing the cards for you and show you how your next week might be and what you will experience next. Yeah, here's the first card. So, let's wait for the second one. Yeah, it takes a while. Here it is. Okay, now we can start and we'll see how your week will be and what happens next. So, here we go. We've got a Prince of Wands here and a High Priest. The High Priest, of course. There's only one. So, the Prince of Wands might stand for some younger person, or some immature person who is very spontaneous, who is adventurous, who acts before they think. But it also could be yourself, that you are quite spontaneous yourself at the moment, that you want to make new experiences. And that might be possible, but because the High Priest here, he's always looking for the truth, for sense and meaning. He is not that deep, so maybe you will get there. You're making some new experiences. You got to know a new person you are fond of, or something like that. You're starting something new, or you have a child who is at the brink of a new phase or something, and you accompany a child. School begins. For example, now there's a new school year. Maybe your kid will go to school now, and you can give him or her good advice. That's also what the High Priest means, teaching others. So maybe there's some child or some younger person in your life, and you are going to teach them some facts of life, take them by your hand, give them some kind of lead, something like that. That could be possible here. It could also be the other way around, of course, that you are learning something at the moment, that you are starting, going to university now or something like that. The new semester begins, and or trimester, what depends on the country you live in, and then you are going to learn something new, and now you are still unexperienced, but you want to get that experience. You make some kind of training or something. So either you are the trainer, coach, or teacher, or you will be taught or coached in some kind of way. So it depends on your situation. You will know in what position you are here. So yeah, there is a new beginning. So that might be possible. What I just said, that you're starting a new job, or a new a new career. You're going to school now. You're going to university, and a phase has come to an end, and a new phase starts now. That could be true for yourself. That can be true for your child, maybe, or a younger person which you are very interested in, and so you accompany that person on their way to become an adult or something. Yeah, and you are very passionate about that other person. So it really could be your child. This person is very important to you. You want that person to learn, to get better in some kind of ways, to get more experienced, more mature, and self-dependent. And that's a really good thing. So if you got a child, you will care for them very well, and that child can be glad to have you. But it doesn't have to be a child. It also can be younger brother or sister, the child of a friend, or just a friend of yours who is a bit more unexperienced than you are. But of course, like I already said, can be the other way around too. You are really curious about something. You want to learn something. You are the Prince of Wands. You want to start living now, and you want to find sense. You want to find meaning, and you are really passionate and eager about that. And there is a person in your life who will teach you valuable lessons about life, and you will listen to that person. That also can be true. Here's another prince, the Prince of Cups. So we've got very opposite princes here. The one who is more spontaneous, adventurous, and impulsive. The other one who is more sensitive, more he's very emotional, but also like a child, also a bit immature. He also has to make some experience. So there is, in any case, there is someone who wants to learn, who wants to grow up. And either you are the person who wants to grow up, who wants to learn some new things, or you are some kind of teacher, some kind of role model, perhaps, for others. And I think that is a really important role you've got there. And those people depend on you, and they rely on you, and they look up to you. And you are really aware of that responsibility, and you enjoy that position. It gives you some kind of meaning and importance, and that's what we all want. So it's really a good time for you, Cancer, now to teach other people some lessons about life. Another person here, the Princess of Pentacles. That's similar here. The Princess of Pentacles, if she was a real person, could be some kindergarten teacher, for example. She could be some guide who takes people out on a tour through the mountains or something like that. She is very natural, or very strongly connected to nature. and she has quite an intuition for natural processes. So that points on education as well, but not that kind of, but not necessarily that kind of academic education or science. Could be, but she's more the kind of practical person. She conveys practical knowledge about nature, about how to deal with life, how to deal with everyday problems. Yeah, how to cook a good and healthy meal, how to grow plants, vegetables, fruits, and that kind of things. And she passes on important knowledge, but she's also learning herself. She's not the wise old person yet, but she's kind of in the middle. She knows things and she can pass them on, but she needs to learn herself. Maybe you get inspired by those people around you. Maybe it's give and take. You can teach those people valuable lessons, and they can teach you kind of being young again, being spontaneous again, or the other way around. So for me, it looks like you're some kind of teacher, or or some kind of role model who takes that responsibility very seriously and is passionate about that. And I think you're a really reliable person at the moment. Or, of course, the other way around. You can rely on someone in your life who gives you support and stability. This is the Eight of Wands here. That's a very fast energy. That means there are many people, many information, much information. Sorry. There's much information. There are news, and you have to deal with that with those new circumstances. These circumstances are rather positive. Some kind of solution you can see here. Maybe there were some problems in the beginning, and you have to find a way to deal with the new situation. But now you get along with it. You could solve some problems here, and you are really in the middle of things now, with your teaching skills, or with your own education, with your own career. Whatever you've started now is going to get forward faster and faster. And you are, at the moment, you are unstoppable. You want to do what you're doing, and you want to move forward. Many persons here. Here's the Knight of Swords. And so there are people in your environment who could give you some kind of advice. That would mean that you are the person learning something new, some advice on some issues that are important for you now at the moment. And it also could mean that you are really focused now with your work. That would match with that card here. That you are really focused on what you're doing, because you're passionate, you've got responsibility, you've got a a task, and people rely on you, and so you are really focused. You are really ambitious now to fulfill those expectations, to meet those expectations. And that would be the case if you are the teacher, if you are the person, the leading person here. And if it's the other way around, there is one special person who is very mature, who has a very clear mind and can give you good advice on some issues that are important right now for you. Your wishes and fears, it looks more like a wish, is the Ace of Cups. You want to feel some new feelings. Maybe you want to fall in love again. Maybe you want to really do meaningful things and pass on your own positive energy to others. That would fit in the reading here. You have a really positive energy now, and you want to share that with others. You want to pass that cup to others and want to tell them about the positive feelings in life, about family, love, and caring for other people. That's a trait of you Cancers that's really important for you, to care for others who need help or who are just younger. And that's really important to you. You want to not only pass on knowledge, you want to pass on positive energy and positive feelings, so people feel safe and secure. So that also looks like you have to deal with, or you want to deal with, younger people and want to teach them some valuable lessons. And that gives you something back, of course. You're not just that altruistic person. You, of course, you feel fulfilled by that. When you see, oh, that kid here really makes progress, that gives you some satisfaction. So go on with that. There are many people, especially children, who need that kind of help and need persons who take them by their hand. So that's really important. And yeah, that's what I had with the last reading too. Here are the Seven of Cups again. They worry me a bit. They worried me a bit earlier too. Yeah, maybe that's a kind of stressful for you. Maybe you overestimate yourself, or not overestimate yourself, but that you will do a bit too much, and you will be a bit exhausted by the end of the week. And you see there are so many things to do, and it never ends. There are always people around you, and there's always responsibility. And at the weekend you might be a bit burned out, and that you have to relax a bit more at the weekend. But it might be that you are confronted with problems of other people, and you care for them, and you give them advice. And of course, that sticks with someone. You take that home, and then you might need some kind of relief, and that kind of relief could be that you drink a glass of wine or something like that. Sometimes you can do that, but of course you have to take care that it's not too much, and that you find some other way to relax. Maybe it's so stressful for you that you get a bit sick or something, but that's only that your body tells you that you have to relax, that you have to be a bit more, take more respect for yourself and look after yourself more. So yeah, maybe you look more after other people at the moment than after yourself. So don't forget that you need care too, self-care, and maybe you should also look for someone who does that stuff for you, who is that caring for you as you are for others. So you give very much, and but you can only give. You have also have the right to take. And it's very important, if there is a person in your life, a partner, someone who gives you stability, to consult that person, or to spend some time with the person at the weekend, because you also sometimes need some support. You can't always be that person who helps others. That's really important for you to acknowledge. No one is perfect. No one has infinite power, and you will learn that at the end of the week, that as strong as you are, still, even you need some kind of break now and then. So take that break and don't fall into a hole or something, and don't think too much about the problems of other people. You can help them, but you can't do any miracles. In the end, everybody's got to help themselves, but you will be that person who shows others the way out of some dilemma, or some kind of bad situation. So it will be important also to have some boundaries, that you won't feel everything they feel. Yeah, I think that's what the 7 of Cups mean here, that you won't be affected too much by the problems of others. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope your reading resonates with your situation at the moment, and that you will go on like that, with your passionate, and hope that you will have a nice week. And I'd be glad if you subscribe to my channel, leave any comment, and I'm looking forward to it. That's it for now. Goodbye und auf Wiedersehen.